All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for tonight's watch party of Ladies and Gentlemen, the Fabulous Stains. And as always, I'm joined by Cinephile Sanity TV, also known as Sean or Sean the Man. And I'm Kenny Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. So it's good to see you all. And we've got a kind of a packed house tonight. Hopefully, it'll be bit more, but roll call is as follows. We have Zodiac Z, Rosalita, we have Chester, we have Jimmy, we've got 71, we've got Johnny, Mr. Wild Guy, and so far so good. I think that's about it. So until and Jason Ginger Ninja just has shown up as well. So all right.
Yeah, good
So
evening, everyone. What's up, everyone in the chat?
so this movie has quite a bit of history, with me. I remember first seeing it on Showtime of all places after reading about it for like about a year and it never showing up. And then it just all of a sudden there it was one night. And it's got Diane Lane in it and Laura Dern. It features a fictional band called the Looters, which were made up of Ray Winstone, Paul Cook, and Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols, and Paul Simonon of the Clash. Um, at the time, Paul Cook and Steve Jones had a band called the Professionals, which actually the songs that you hear from them are actually professional songs. And then, as I stated one time before, this movie also features a appearance by Black Randy and the Metro Squad. Um, Black Randy was a real character in the LA punk scene, as he was featured in when we did the watch along for What We Do is Secret, the Germs movie. Um, there's a really great record that he put out called Pass the Dust, I Think I'm Bowie. And there's, several singles that he and his band had put out. Um, One thing of note, too, was that their drummer was Joe Nanini, who later went on to play with Wall of Voodoo of Mexican radio fame. And the funny Joe Nanini story was one time he was eating lunch in a restaurant in LA and some assholes came in there to rob the place. He quietly got up out of his seat when no one saw him and phoned the police, went back to finish his lunch, and when the cops showed up and stopped the robbery. I thought that was kind of cool, instead of like everybody being blasted dead or something like that. So
Sounds interesting.
yeah. Um and let's see, we uh Pap is here. Hey, Pap, the man, the myth, the legend, and Jane
Hey,
Doe
what's
is
up,
here.
Pap? Yeah, Pap's here, Jane Doe, and Jason Ginger Ninja. What's
Yeah.
up, guys?
My thoughts on the Filth and the Fury. I actually like it a lot. But I like Julian Temple because I think he's a great director, and the documentaries that he's done besides the Filth and the Fury, and he did the Joe Strummer documentary, the um, Futures Unwritten. He also did what was it? He did the one on Shane MacGowan and the Pogues, and then there was the Dr. Feelgood one, which I don't remember the name, but that's an excellent documentary. But back to the Filth and the Fury, I think it's really good. I like the fact that he kind of hid them from the pistols from view, and it doesn't take away, and there's not like a whole huge lot of like talking heads like in a lot of the documentaries. I like it. I like it a lot. It's been a while since I've seen it, but he's a good documentarian along with Don Letts, who did the Clash West Way to the World documentary. So Yeah, I'm into, all that stuff huge. That's, what I grew up with and what I swear by,
Yeah, this is going to be a first time watch for me, but I am interested to check this out because it's like early last month was the first time I watched Streets of Fire, and Diane Lane's in that too, and man, she is hot, especially back in the
Oh,
'80s. Man. She was beautiful, man. She really was, but
I
but
I was
just after finally seeing Streets of Fire and then seeing that you wanted to do this week, that's why I was like, okay, it's another
well,
one I haven't seen before, but I'm interested to check this out though.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's never seen this. He had never even heard of it. But I said, Diane Lane's in this, and she was really, young, probably about 15, 16 years old, and I told him that Diane Lane and I were like the same age, and he's like, there's no way. And then like he called me today, and he's like, well, you were right. I go, about what? And he goes, Diane Lane, you guys are the same age. He goes, I thought she was older than you were. And I'm like, hell no. I said, well, he goes, he goes, I think she looks great for her age. And I said, well, yeah, but I mean, nah, we're the same age. I mean, first movie I ever saw Diane Lane was the first movie that she ever did, called A Little Romance. It's like a love story where she goes to France and meets this French kid, and they fall in love. And then Laurence Olivier's in it. He plays this old man that kind of helps them get away. Like they're supposed to send her back to America or something, and he kind of gets in the way to have them have some time alone and stuff like that. And it's a great movie. I always liked it, and stuff. And so, that's where it started. And I've always been a fan of hers pretty much.
Yeah, we also have Corey in here from Wilkie's Movies and Music. What's up, Corey?
So yeah, there's a lot of great punk rock documentaries out there, and Jason, you've given me some more ideas and stuff, so that helps. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody again for coming out to Moonbeam's birthday and stuff, and at least you guys were able to put hold P. Rich in the bathroom and stuff like that,
Yeah.
But yeah, the link should be posted at the top for the Look movie link. Um, I don't know. I just this is one of those movies that kind of resonated with me, and I forgot it's got a couple of members of the Tubes in it as well, and the singer Fee Waybill guy's kind of a nut, and as you guys will see, he knows how to play like an aging rock star real well. So
Apparently, P. Rich is applying for a job at the bathroom at Walmart.
Johnny said, is he stuck in a McDonald's restroom right now?
Queef stains. Yeah, I saw Rosalia's comment earlier in the community post. It's like, fuck, man, keeping it real.
Yes, as Pap said, please hit the like button. And I also want to give a shout out to all the people that will be watching the replay, so that you're in good company. So once again, I am Kenny Rogers, and we are here with Sean. And since I am Kenny Rogers, please go buy some rotisserie chicken and stuff. And as when Kenny Rogers had that restaurant though is kind of funny because there was this goofy show on um, VH1 with Barry Sobel and Wayne Brady where they would dress like cops, and they would. It was this weird kind of music show. They would just do like different goofy things. I forget what the name of the show was, but they did this one thing where they went over to Eric Estrada's house and looked at his 8-track collection, stuff.
Or they were picking it apart, like, what the fuck do you have this for?
but they did go to like a Kenny Rogers, Roasters restaurant, and Wayne Brady was great because he, they were talking to the guy that was like the owner of it and stuff. And they were asking, well, does he come in here? Does it, the guy goes, sometimes he's been here, and stuff. And then, so they're getting a plate of food, and Wayne Brady starts going, gravy, I put it on my mashed potatoes, creamy, lovely gravy. So, I thought that was a good homage to good old Kenny there and stuff,
Fucking Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady gonna have to smack a bitch.
Right. I don't, that just came up because, I'm Kenny Rogers, and at least for tonight anyway.
Yeah, I got the schedule fixed now for streams going forward on the channel. So this Friday we'll be watching Silence of the Lambs.
I think we should do a double feature though, and include Silence of the Hams with that one. or as Juno just likes to say, Silence of the Lamb, no F.
Yeah, sometimes he likes to turn things into multiples, I guess, or singles, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. It's just the silence of one lamb, So.
Johnny, I have I just know that you're like quoting a song right now. That's about the extent of that. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. What a fucking long ass name that would be. Imagine if that was really his name. Shyamalan Ding Dong. Reminds me of there was like this crime case or whatever that happened like months ago, and apparently this girl like cut off her boyfriend's head, and she fucking accidentally killed him in a sex act or something like that, or some shit like that. She cut off his head, but apparently she like legally changed her last name to Shabusiness. So like her legit last name is now Shabusiness. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd you come up with that one? But that's the shit I come across when I watch shit like that.
But you gave me a good idea, though. I think that they should have Otis Day from Otis Day and the Nights on at the intro of every Shamalama Ding Dong movie. He should come on the screen and just say, "This is an M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong presentation."
Yeah. Shyamalan Ding Dong Productions, motherfucker. And we have Brooke Scarlett's here too. What's up, Brooke?
Hey, Brooke Sauce.
Yeah, Brooke Sauce.
Yeah. So, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is the getting to know the CWO that Johnny put together because he's the man.
Hey kids, I love this guy. He's the founder of the CWO.
and everything, man, and for everything you do, man. You're awesome because you are part of the CWO.
What a piece of shit this movie is.
Here's Johnny, and I support the CWO.
I think if it was seriously the 80s, like Juno would have that haircut if it was the 80s.
He probably would, but his new haircut's fucking rad as fuck because it's like a rockabilly cut, and stuff. The way he has that.
Saying, if he grew up in the 80s, that would be his haircut.
But I think it, it's cool as fuck though. I like his new cut and stuff. So yeah, we'll probably get this going in a couple of minutes. So if you guys want to, start getting, ready and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. And Johnny showed me that he made like kind of a T-shirt design with that CWO logo and the thing on it. So I think that would be really cool because I kind of would like some T-shirts out there because if this one person who despises me so much, it would be great just to see some T-shirts out there because nobody's buying said person's T-shirts. El de Juno, yeah, that works. El Juno and his padre Cantinflas. Johnny, we wouldn't get sued by anybody. I don't even think anybody would, I mean, they may sort of recognize it, but I don't think there's there's no, copyright on some of that stuff, No, it's not the chain smoker. I mean, I don't think he. Well, no, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. I didn't even want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that said person probably wouldn't get out of their house to get shirts made. That's all I'll say about that. No, I'm nonplussed to think that said person does not do that.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. So if everybody's ready, raise their hands or something, and we're gonna get this going and whatnot. Man, I wish Larry and Don were here. Well, anyway, I stupidly forgot to tag people in this, but normally they'll see it. Goochologists. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I should have went to college for that.
Right.
Be a goochologist. God damn it.
So I'm gotta get a couple of short things out of the way here, as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to achieve an R rating today, a motion picture must contain full frontal nudity, graphic violence, or an explicit reference to the sex act. Since this film has none of those, and since research has proven that R-rated films are by far the most popular with the movie-going public, the producers of this motion picture have asked me to take this opportunity to say, fuck you.
You're fired.
I need the money.
Corinne Burns, what are you going to do?
My name is not Corinne Burns.
Oh, what is it?
It's third-degree burn. I'm the lead singer and manager for the Stains.
And it has become clear to several thousand very young women inspired by an unrecorded rock and roll band with see-through blouses and white stripes in their hair that life is to be lived right now.
You are gonna be really good. Can't explain it.
What it really amounts to is girl dropouts who are using the media.
She said things that I've always wanted to say, and I haven't been able to.
We're the Stains, and we don't put out.
We weren't like that, were we, Brenda? No, we weren't.
You are moving so fast. You're happening so fast. You can't afford to be loyal to this guy.
Why are you still hanging around here? Why don't you just go back to wherever it was you came from?
You've got a lot to learn, you little...
Paramount Pictures presents a Lou Adler movie. Ladies and gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, starring Diane Lane.
So,
yeah, I forgot Laura Dern's in this. You know that Jurassic Park bitch. I'm just kidding.
That's funny. What gets me is she married this musician Ben Harper, who's fucking awesome, and then they got divorced, and I'm kind of like, damn, that kind of sucks, you know. But whatever, not my circus, not my monkeys. All right, so we're gonna go for a 10 count and get the show on the road. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, trace, dos, uno, hit play.
All right, so this is an hour and 27 minutes.
And in Juno's honor, there's the Paraprix logo.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, we're not on my channel tonight. I can't play the thing. Someone needs to tell Paramount Pictures to get their shit together. Paulie Gualtieri from The Sopranos.
The fuck, I don't have sound for some reason.
Yeah, I don't have sound either. Typical. Oh, now here it is. My sound was just down, that's why.
Yeah, but
the subtitles are off as usual.
I don't know why I don't have sound though. That's fucking strange.
I would probably replay it, maybe. Like try it again, like maybe reopen it in your browser. Or I don't know how you're watching it.
I'm watching the imprint DVD that I got.
Oh, okay. I'm on Look Movie with it, but Roadhead Warrior. Oh, God.
There it goes. That was weird. It wasn't doing
The Boner Collector. Featuring Featuring Big Dick Denzel Washington and the Boner Collector.
Was the letter we received? Graham was arrested, age 15, Chicago, Illinois. He wrote, I think that girl is great. He said that I think all day long. Over 7,000 they all said the same thing. We could not ignore that kind of response. We went back downtown Pennsylvania. We're in Burns. Who's that?
For a second, I thought she was doing her makeup without a mirror. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. Like, she knows what she's doing. Pap said, the silence of one lamb. Tell me, Clarice. Lamb of huge. She laid down.
I rewatched Over the Edge, and there were a couple of things that I had never even like noticed before. But
see, that's why it's important to rewatch movies, man.
Right.
Honky Digital's here. What's up, Honky?
Oh, hell yeah. He's my favorite honky.
The one and only.
Right.
Who is she talking to here in the opening of this? Is this like
some reporter?
I thought it was like a psychologist or something.
No.
How old is she in this movie, Diane Lane?
Probably about 15, 16, something like that.
Jesus Christ, dude. Enough to get me locked up. And Anthony Chobit's here. What's up, Chobit? Yeah, thanks for the shout out, dude. I saw it in the Rambo video you made. But I finally got that collection update video done. It's like 20 minutes long, but I finally got it done, man.
Yeah, I saw you tag me. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, dude, it fucking finally happened, man. First, I haven't made a video that long in years, man. I think she looks at least 18 in this, but you're probably right. She's probably like 15 years old or whatever.
It's funny how she calls herself Third Degree Burns, and then the one chick's name is Depleted. But there was this punk band back in the day called Eater, and the age range was like 12 to 15, and the drummer, he was the youngest, the 12-year-old or whatever, and they went by the name Degenerate. And the singer's name was Andy Blade. Oh, did you see the Criterion announcements for October?
No, I haven't seen any news on Criterion as of late.
Fucking gummo, man.
Oh, really? They're releasing gummo.
Yeah, and and I just bought that fucker, you know, and stuff, and I was just like,
oh well.
yeah,
Buy it again. Buy it one
yeah,
more time.
yeah.
But you know, that's honestly, it's a little odd that they're releasing that, but at the same time, it's not like completely unusual for Criterion, or at least something, you know, that independent and that far out, you know, for
Right.
what it is.
Well, it's weird because we were talking about Happiness, and they're putting that out, or it's already out. I can't remember. And then another one of Todd Salon's movies, Storytelling Shit Factory, put that out. So I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, I guess. Money talks. Forrest Gummo. I mean,
I don't.
shit. That's probably the only thing missing from Gummo is Forrest Gump.
That movie is just like, it's one of those movies you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I was watching it with a girlfriend of mine once, and once that deal came up, you want the cat by the, you want to get paid by the cat or by the pound? She's like, I'm out of here. I can't watch this shit. You know?
Yeah, I remember I used to live with a guy who downloaded it one night. He came downstairs out of his room, came down to the living room. He's like, got another fucked up one here called Gummo. You want to watch it? I was like, all right, let's do it. I was sold as soon as I saw two fucking trailer trash kids shooting cats with fucking guns. I was like, all right, yes, do this.
No, the cat stuff's kind of, you know, is pretty fucked, but I love the deal where they go in that dude's house and his grandma's on that ventilator, and it's like, you think she's alive? You know, it's like, you think she's alive? I don't know. It's like, and it's like, and then he's like, she smells like baked ham. And so then the guy takes that gun and shoots that fucking BB, and it's stuck between her fucking toes and her foot.
It's like, you know, like everything those two kids do is like pretty drastic, but like they're completely cool and calm about all this crazy shit that they're doing.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That's a bizarre one, but it's fun to watch.
And then those two kids, the one kid dressed like the cowboy, you know, and the kid that's dressed like the rabbits laying on the ground, and he's like, he smells like a pile of bullshit, you know. And it's like, check his pockets, see if he's got any money.
Well, they start like calling him a rabbit and shit. I think he's got the rabbit ears on, and I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Gummo, but that's one fucked up movie right there. I mean, like, even that whole scene with like the mentally challenged girl that's singing the Jesus song too is like, oh my god, when's this scene gonna end? What the fuck? Why am I watching this right now?
And then that one chick that's like the albino, and she's, you know, dancing in front of her car and talking about how she's in love with Patrick Swayze and shit, you know. Like, oh, he's a hunk, you know, and stuff.
But dude, I really want to watch. I want to do a watch party for I Drink Your Blood. We got to do that next month.
Yeah, we should. So I don't know how far you are, because I had to stop. I was going to go all the way back, but it started to, you know, work. But I'm right at the part where the looters.
What's your
are
time stamp?
My time stamp is let's see. I'm at 10:23.
All right, I'm like 1 minute behind you.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm with you now. It's like, the band's playing right now, but
Yeah.
all right, we should be like in the same area now. And Shamarlos is here. What's up, Scott?
He just ate a chicken sandwich and a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Mm.
You got anything else planned on your channel?
Depends on what my time is after this one. I should have some time to do something.
Yeah, you're getting closer to 150 subs, though. I know that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I think you should try to start putting out more content on your channel, if you can, It's just, my
I don't know
advice.
how to. I don't know how to do those shorts and shit, though.
They can be a little tricky, but, it's the more you play with it, the more you'll figure it out. But shorts can be a little tricky sometimes, especially trying to get the right ratio on certain things and trying to line up like font and getting sound to shut off at the right time that you want it to shut off. I don't know, sometimes shorts can be a little more complicated than what it's like really worth to sit down and do. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think if you started putting out more content, you would probably see like a dip in subscribers. You'd probably get some more subs and stuff. But everyone's journey is different on here, so. Chester, this is the first time I'm watching this movie. To be honest with you, this is the first time watch for me. This is something that Texas is a little more familiar with, but I just know, Laura Dern and Diane Lane's in this.
This is where Ray Winstone's really pissed off that they have to open for these, cock rockers and shit, stuff. And then this is the guy that's their manager and shit,
Yeah, that's the guy from The Thing. What's his name? The guy who's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Whatever, I forgot his fucking name right now, but that's the same guy. The guy he's talking to on the phone right now.
Right. This like Ray Winstone, that was the first thing I ever saw him on, and then he was on some series about Robin Hood that they showed on Showtime, and that was like the second time I saw him, and I was like, at the time I legit didn't know he was an actor. I thought he was really part of this band, or something, but I was like, wow, this, but then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I got it. And then, but I don't know. Have you ever seen that movie Sexy Beast with him and Ben Kingsley? That's fucking amazing.
I had that one actually. Yeah, that's another Jonathan Glazer movie. It's like a heist movie, if I remember correctly. They're like
Something
trying to
like
like
that.
break
Yeah.
into this bank and sure this like big ass vault or whatever. Oh, that's him then, the same actor. That big
Yeah.
ass dude. I forget his name, but yeah, that's he actually looks like John Hurt a little bit. Like I don't know, man. I see like the resemblance there.
I mean, he was like way young when this, this was made and stuff,
Yeah, he's an English actor, I think, right?
Yeah.
I know he's been in plenty of other things too, like he's, got some memorable ones to talk about.
Chester, I'm not a fan of Castaway. I thought it was bullshit because there's no way that anybody could survive on an island like that, like the way he did. And plus, that ending was total bullshit, Talk about a letdown, I mean, I don't think every movie's ending should be like fucking, chocolate and roses, but man, that was bullshit. It was almost the same type of ending as like Last American Virgin, and if you've ever seen that, that's such a great movie. And then but when you get to that ending, you're just like, what the fuck? It's just like, damn.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Castaway, but I remember liking the movie for what it is. It's not something I'm like, yeah, I have to watch this every year. It's I don't know. The movie is what it is. It's kind of interesting to watch Tom Hanks talking to a fucking beach ball too for a little while. I mean, that's got its moments there, but
Like Rosalia says, Castaway was a long ad for FedEx, which is
right, yeah. That shit was heavily advertised all over the place. That and the fucking Wilson ball,
Well, that's the same way I feel about Armageddon. It was just a 2-hour music video. That's the way I feel about that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, shit, like, I forget what fast food restaurant the year that movie came out, but one of the fast food restaurants had the rights for it and murdered the fucking shit out of it all summer long. Armageddon here, Armageddon there. It's just like, what the fuck? I know a lot of people really like that movie, but I actually could not stand that movie. I find it to be like the most ultimate douchebag movie ever. Like, I really do.
That's one of those movies that after it was over, I wanted to set myself on fire.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. Fucking Armageddon, like just that fucking Aerosmith song too makes me want to fucking like punch somebody and go to jail. Like what the fuck? Want to put somebody in a coma. But what would the world be without Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
And its importance to the cinema world. Armageddon. I think didn't Criterion actually release Armageddon before? I think they did, like
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
think
I
so.
think they did release Armageddon. Like, oh yeah, one of the most important movies in the world. Fucking Armageddon. He must have got the license for that for free or something. You know,
Armaguchin, stuff.
I'd watch that one. Armaqueefin. Armaguchin versus Armaqueefin. But dude, I've been making like a bunch of things lately for Gooch and Queef, man. I'm trying to have like a new one for every stream going forward. So I guess people in the chat, I guess be prepared going forward. You're gonna see some new ones coming. Remember I sent you that link for that channel last night where that guy made like those fake DVD movie sleeves, like Grudge Judy and shit.
Blade in Manhattan. It was great.
Yeah, Blade in Manhattan. Like, even the Hitch movie with Will Smith and like the hitch kept changing on it. He's like hitch again and hitch again. He just kept changing on. But I stumbled over that channel, and for like 30 seconds, I was like, "What the fuck is this real?" And I was like, "Oh, never mind. This guy Xeroxed his own copies of fake movie covers." I was like, it really had me for a second. Queef Impact, yeah. Queef Impact versus Harmaguchin.
You got some kick-ass shit. 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 You got some kick-ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, Look Movie's working for me too. Actually, it's not giving me any issues or nothing. Yeah, Lord Dern. She's like, "There's no toilet paper in here." He throws a pillow back there at her. You wipe your gooch with this fucking thing, this old ass pillow.
Drinking that Red Stripe, that Jamaican beer.
Yo, that's actually good lager.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously. It's really not bad. I tried it a few times. Like I've had friends buy like a case of it or something. They usually come in like those grenade bottles, but yeah, I was always like, what's up with this Red Stripe shit? And I finally tried it and was like, wow, it's really not bad. This guy is definitely a fucking gooch of dope right now. He started the whole thing with wearing leathers back in '64.
Yeah.
I say gooch of dope. I meant to say goof of dope.
Same thing,
Yeah, same difference, really. Gooch of dope.
Hey man, wow, man.
You're gonna spray that whole beer on him now?
I always love that line though. I hate you. I hate your epoxy music. You know.
Brooke, I would say you just missed hanging out with us. That's about all.
Yeah.
But welcome back.
Yep. Welcome back, Brooke Sauce. This one guy almost looks like he was in the band Slade. Who knows, you know, but I doubt it.
I don't know if that's a legit venue. Probably not. Probably like a soundstage overall, but like it looks like a cool setup.
Right. It's just funny, like, because, you know, it probably isn't anything, just like when they were on tour with the Pistols, you know, yelling at each other, you know, fuck you, Sydney, you know, and shit, and whatever.
Yeah, the typical shit that goes on tour when you're
Yeah.
spending too much time with the same people, I guess.
Well, with the Pistols, when they came to America, it was like a whole ploy by their manager to keep, like, you had Johnny and Sid, and then you had Paul and Steve, you know, and he was separating them and causing like all this chaos because he wanted it to kind of fuel the, you know, the fire and everything, so that when they played, and he you know, they were booked in all these fucked up venues, you know, like country and western bars and bullshit like that, you know, just because, you know, all these rednecks would go and throw shit at him and stuff like that, and it would be just total chaos, you know. They played this place
Yeah.
in San Antonio called Randy's Rodeo, and there were people throwing like fucking cream pies and shit, and some asshole throws this full can of beer in Sid's face, and he takes his bass and clocks this fucker right in the head, you know, and shit. And there's this movie called DOA, A Rite of Passage, and the guy that made it, like, he was trying to get it legit, like, done, and then I think McLaren didn't like the guy or whatever and said, no, you know, we're not going to, you know, you can't film anything. So he would sneak the cameras in and film everything and made this, you know, kind of pseudo documentary about it. And they have that scene where he, you know, you see Sid crack that dude in the head with the bass. And then it's so funny because they talk to the guy afterwards that hit him, that got hit. He's like, oh man, he thinks he's so fucking tough, man. He's got to hit me with a guitar and shit. You know, well, fuck him. I'll take him and his buddy Johnny Rotten on any day. Shit. And it's like, yeah, you really took him on there, asshole. You know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like people were getting in his ear, like, you need to fucking respond, man. You need to say something back. You know? Like, you can't let him hit you with that guitar and just get away with it, man.
So here's where the band's first show, and they're kind of starting out, but they have no drummer, you know, and stuff. And yeah, girls can't be rock and rollers. It's a fact of life. Bullshit. Is anybody going to go see Titty Twisters this weekend? I know who's going to go see that. It's going to be
no Teddy Twisters for me, but
Dr. It's going to Coach Joseph Pope's going to go see Titty Twisters with his pole sister.
Watch, well, somehow fucking Danielle Harris will pop up in the movie.
Right.
But Brooke, overall, it does seem like newer movies go to look movie fairly quick. It seems like something will be out in the theater, and like about 2 weeks later or less, it'll be on Look Movie. So, like, is this band supposed to be, like, spreading a message or something since they don't have a drummer? I don't know.
Well, it'll, you know,
Well, I
it'll
guess
go.
this is like their intro.
Yeah, The Outsiders is a great movie. It's definitely better than Armaguchian. You know.
Armaguchian. I don't want to close my eyes. Oh, God.
So the guitarist in this band, the corpses, the dude's like dead and shit, OD'd.
I mean, you could always just pick him up and like just move his body around for him. You could, like,
You're
puppeteer
marrying
him, Yeah, just puppeteer him, No, he's not dead. He's all right. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, Austin. Good to see you. That's Fee Waybill, Russell.
What stream is going on?
On Saturday, somebody named Fletz, not related to what was it, that country band Flats, Rascal Flats or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I see Austin Wilcott's here. What's up, Austin?
It's so funny how he said women shouldn't be in bands, period, and then he's telling her if you work hard in a couple of years, you could be something.
My life is a queefway.
Oh yeah, I kind of see what you're saying about that dude that's in the thing. I kind of recognize him now. That was about what, a year later, right? In '83, or was it '84? Five fraternity suits. It shows him there with about 6 kids.
He looks like the worst dude ever. One of the kids is black. Thing from another gooch. I'm walking on queef shine. Yeah, she's really big on this not putting out thing, man. She's like, don't fucking dare say a couple words to her, 'cause she'll accuse you of trying to, get in her pants. But I really think Diane Lane, like, just so far of seeing this, is pretty impressive in this role. Of
No,
being
she
so
is.
young.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like just the way she's carrying herself throughout this movie is like it's really interesting to see, especially with her being so young in it. Laura Dern looks so funny with that hairstyle.
I know.
Her head looks so long.
Yeah, the guy that directed this, Lou Adler, he was the guy who helped Cheech and Chong get their career started, and he directed the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay. Yeah, do you think one day that like asking celebrities for an autograph is going to turn into a digital thing?
Oh
Hey,
God!
can I get your autograph on this digital pad? Like, you think it's gonna like turn into that someday?
Right? You never know.
Well, I
And then,
just, like, the way the things are going right now, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, officially, like signing anything's all digital.
or if you get your picture taken with them, it's like all AI and shit.
Yeah, a bunch of pixelated shit going through it.
You look like half a zombie, and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not me. Now it seems like wherever the Jamaican guy goes in this movie, like Jamaican music gets played in the background somehow. Like
Right.
it starts playing when he shows up. Vladimir Gooch.
True Rastafari.
True Rastafari, man.
Oh shit! I forgot. What's her name? E.G. Daly's in this, man. She was in
That's what's her name from
yeah, Valley Girl.
Wasn't she also in like Slumber Party Massacre or something like that? Or
No,
she
I
wasn't
don't
a
think.
slasher. I know that. She's in a slasher movie. I can't remember the name of it right now.
She is
She's in One Dark Night. She's
Oh,
got a
okay.
small role in One Dark Night with Meg Tilly. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's actually a really good movie. I saw that not too long ago, and I thought it was
Dude, a
great.
lot of people hate that, man. A lot of people find it to be like really boring. Like the reason why I like it is because like it takes place in like a mausoleum and it's like
Right.
got the supernatural aspect of it. So like it's very atmospheric, but it's got its issues, that's for sure. But like I just it's high school kids playing a prank on somebody. They get locked in a mausoleum and it turns out to be a haunted and all this shit. But like, yeah, I think like the story in that One Dark Night is like this like crazy psychic this psychic guy, like he dies or something like that, and they bury his body in this mausoleum, and the kids pull off the prank where they like lock the Meg Tilly character inside the mausoleum, and all the corpses start coming back to life and shit.
Russell
But
says he
yeah,
loves that film, One Dark Night.
I enjoy it for what it is, but it's far from like a perfect slasher. It's not really like a body count movie, but it's very atmospheric.
E.G. Daly also played Pee Wee Herman's girlfriend in the Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and then she's also the voice of Tommy Pickles in that fucking show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Rugrats. Yeah.
right.
that Dave McRae is going to make a live action version starring Kenny Rogers.
Fucking Rugrats was the shit for a while. I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
like when I was like already like in my like late teens, like that was still like a big show for kids to watch was Rugrats. And then that's when like Nickelodeon really took off after that. Fucking Tommy Pickle.
then this news reporter and this other, dweeb are having this debate, kind of like a, weekend update deal.
Yeah, and the guy on the left looks like an Australian outback hunter or something. And they're really big on this reggae music in this movie. It's like Rastaman shit.
Well, they played a lot of it in Rude Boy and stuff.
Yeah, they should have made an adult Rugrats show, directed by Peter Jackson. You could have like Meet the Feebles, or just Meet the Rugrats. Like just like speaking on that movie, Meet the Feebles. Like at this point, man, like that movie really needs like a wider release.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really needs like some kind of upgrade. Especially for being like, as old as the film is, it's also like, it's a puppet movie, like you don't get to see shit like that anymore. Like I think the last time I enjoyed anything close to that with like puppets in it was probably like Team USA or whatever the fuck it is, Team America. Fucking I think that came out in like '04. That was probably like the last time I enjoyed a movie with puppets in it.
Live Style Rewind has entered the building.
Hey, what's up, Liv? Thank you for stopping by.
There's this movie came out a few years ago, Happy Time Murders with
Oh, right. I forgot about that. But you know what? I still haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's actually pretty fucking funny. And it's made by, like, I guess, Jim Henson's son, and a lot of people were pissed off thinking that he was shitting on his dad's legacy and shit, which is totally ridiculous, He probably made the movie that his dad always wanted to make,
Yeah, what's your timestamp? Because I accidentally hit the time bar.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Give me a sec. Let's see.
I hit it back like 10 minutes, so I'm
49, 15, 49, 18, 19.
Wait, where are you at?
49 minutes, 19 seconds.
Okay, I went back to 44, so you're at 49. All right, I'm at 49:30.
Probably. Let me double look. 49:49 right now.
All right, I'm like 2 seconds behind you. That's close enough. I will be right back. I have to attend to the dog real quick.
All right. Yeah, see, here's where he becomes his old hypocrite. Some girls can't, people think that girls can't be rock and rollers. I've never said that in my life. Okay. Just like Dave McRae never talks about Halloween. I mean, what? Oh, geez. Come on, man. What did the janitor say when he popped out of the closet? Supplies. Whew. That's actually, I think, what happens when you're at, a certain restaurant. They, oh, here's your supplies. Another fried cat. I'm glad you've got your gooch-ologist appointment set. I had groceries delivered today, and the guy forgot to give me my damn milk. I did get a refund for it, though, but I was pissed. Just thought you'd all want to know. So yeah, this scene right here wouldn't be done like this today because she was clearly like like I said, 15 or 16 years old, and he's probably at least 20, 21, 22. Even though it's you don't see all that much, but still the implications are there. Now here's the scene with Black Randy and the Metro Squad doing I Slept in an Arcade. Joe's old nip mama was my maid. Yikes. See, I didn't think that, they probably thought, well, no, we shouldn't have you do loner with a boner,
But why not? Queefleback. Nickelback should change their band name to Queefleback.
Yeah, it might get them something.
Yeah, might find themselves getting less shit thrown at them on stage, I guess.
So Corinne's all pissed at him because she thinks that he was trying to get, a different opening band, but this was before he decided, that he wanted them to be part of it.
What year is this movie again? Is this 70s?
No, 82.
82.
Yeah.
No, I'm just so that guy just came off of the thing like while making this, like the same time, same year, really.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, so now they're going to play this big, cultural festival, which is hilarious. And all these girls are,
Where is this at? It's like an indoor mall.
Yeah, it probably was a mall. Who knows?
It looks like a mall, like somewhere out west or something like that.
See, and then this is fucked up because they steal their song and shit.
Yeah, this is like early punk rock too. It like really is. It's got like that kind of like 50s kind of feel to it. Like,
Right.
Yeah, you just like, like those doo-wop songs kind of like the way they start out.
Sun Gooch video.
And finally, Laura Dern doesn't look like a fucking weirdo.
Right.
She finally looks a little normal with her mullet.
So funny. He's like, she's imitating me now. And he's like, she does a better fucking job than you do.
You wanker. Queefies. I'm glad you put the pretzel there, Rose, because I would have had no idea what you were talking about. with white stripes in their hair.
What's kind of funny, they totally took this look from this back in the the punk days. There was a thing called the Bromley Contingent, and it was Susie Sue of Susie and the Banshees. Her bass player Steve Severin, Billy Idol was part of it. There was this girl named Debbie, but there was this girl named Sue Catwoman, and she did her hair kind of like that, and her makeup. But her makeup and hair was a lot better than this. But it's just kind of funny that it's like, man, they totally like ripped her off.
That's usually how it works, though. Like nobody could ever do that fucking original. You got to take something from something and run with it on your own, I guess. But that's usually how things work, especially with trending. like they were showing like the hybrid bands, like the girls being influenced. Like we have another two-piece band called Scuzz.
I don't know.
Like they had the same look and everything, and probably the same sounding songs.
I mean,
instead of being called the Stains, they're called the Scuzz.
I mean, it's like I love this movie, but the thing that gets me is that they, over the years, people have tried to say this inspired, like Riot Girl and shit. And it's like, no, it didn't. Riot Girl is his own thing.
Yeah.
It's just like with all the cores, they try to come up with stupid shit, emo core and kitty core and ice cream core, Dave McRae core,
Ice cream core.
Fucking, South Park core, whatever, Gooch core, Queef core,
Gooch core. It's a mix between grindcore and porncore.
You're right. Corn core,
I'm in the pussy core, man.
No, there really is a thing though called kitty core. It's like,
dude, I wouldn't put it past you, man. I just, can't underestimate people on anything, man.
And Zodiac umbilical core, there you go.
Umbilical core. There's like a whole movement of people against umbilical cords. That was awkward. You're not a flop. Ta-da. I'm just still holding the picture up. Like, what are you doing? I didn't realize this guy was like really in this movie. The guy from The Thing. I don't know his real name, the actor.
Yeah, he just plays this agent and he's a sleazebag, and stuff.
I kind of got the vibe that he was like a producer because I kept seeing him in like the recording booth, but same difference really. Oh, the old school fucking car racer game. I haven't seen that shit in forever. Oh man, that shit was the best, man. It was like hours of being occupied with shit playing that race car game. I think like every kid had that in the 80s.
So he was Lawn Boy was gonna kind of manage him, and then he told her to get rid of him and stuff, So he's like, okay, yeah, I'll give you the contract back and everything. He just wiped out, in the thing. Yeah, I used to love that game,
That game was the shit, man.
David Clennon is the guy's name, says Chester.
All right, so we're on the last like half hour now. It looks like.
Yeah. What's even weird is there was an LA band called The Stains, and their logo was exactly like that. And they probably, they had that band before this came out, but they probably made a deal with them or something that they could use it, because if you look at their logo, it's exactly like that. But I guess that's why it also says, the Fabulous Stains and not the Stains.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sure they probably altered it to where there was no licensing issue or whatever.
Because there was a deal. There was a DC band called Madhouse, and Prince did a thing, like 2 albums that were called Madhouse, and they were basically like jazz records and stuff. And they wound up suing him for that, and they won, So, they kept the records and all that, but he never put anything out after those 2 records or whatever. So they were able to keep their name or whatever, but they didn't last that long anyway.
Yeah, right, Chester. His name was Palmer in the thing. The one who's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Was it like Rosie Palmer or Handy Palmer?
Probably Handy Palmer.
What's your name, son? Oh, my name's Handy Palmer.
Get it? I'm Handy Palmer.
Chester's always there with the facts, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm glad some people are paying attention,
This is where Black Randy shows up trying to be a mariachi and doing I Slept in an Arcade, and then takes one look at Ray Winstone. He's like, I'm out of here. See, he's gonna put it back in her fucking face and stuff, though. These girls are vicious, man, throwing the finger up at these guys and stuff. And I'm surprised they're not throwing, Jerkins lotion or,
Damn, so apparently Diane Lane was 15 years old in this movie, and Laura Dern was only 13. It's definitely pretty young, especially, when you consider that there is like that shower scene too.
Yeah,
which is,
exactly.
super borderline. Like, oh. But you know, like I know you did say earlier in the stream too that like that's something like you probably can't make today. And like thinking
Right.
back on that now, like nah. They would have been like, ah, fucking delete that shit. We're not fucking putting that in the movie.
I think it's funny you see these girls saying we want the stains, but they're like totally drowned out, you know.
Jerkins lotion. Have like a super elaborate commercial for it, like Ricola or something.
Right.
Jerkins lotion.
I got me a 12-pack of some Gooch Cola.
Damn, dude, the whole crowd's fucking, you know, rocking out in the same outfit. Everybody's got middle fingers up.
Yeah. Ray Winstone did a great fucking job in this, though, you know. I mean, you really do think he's a rock star and shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not familiar with the guy, I think, you know, he does a good job at selling that. You know, it's even Diane Lane in this, like I said before, you know, the way she carries herself is like almost intimidating in a way. Okay, skunk.
See, there's a E.G. Daily in the front too, you know. It's funny.
Yeah. This looks like a gymnasium or something they're playing in right now.
Yeah, it
Looks
probably
like
was. Keep the Winstones. Here come the Goochers, you know.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I guess the cinephile world order, after they make T-shirts, they're gonna have to start making music. You know? We're gonna have to go on tour and start making music.
Johnny was telling me that I should do a band with like Mikey from Mikey's Morgue, you know. Since Mikey plays guitar, you know. Mikey played guitar, jamming good with Tex and Sean and the CWO. They hated Dave McRae.
I don't know where to put that one.
They hated Dave McRae. They thought never mind.
Sounds better than the Dave Matthews Band, I'll say that.
Am I going to do any more punk films? Of course I am. There's a plethora of films that need to be seen and enjoyed by the CWO files, you know.
I mean, like, if you guys haven't been paying attention to the past, like, I don't know, like 10 streams on Texas's channel, it should tell you that we're going to cover it all.
Well, you know, it's like I got bored of, you know, somebody that, you know, that's all they ever do is just pick movies out of their collection and talk about them all the time. You know, I can only hear about fucking Night of the Living Dead, like fucking, you know, or you know, just dumb stuff. You know.
Yeah, especially when
And
they want to do it during football season. It's even
right.
funnier.
And the way I look at it anyway now is that I'm glad what happened, and I don't have any regrets about it. You know, I was, you know, trying to help them become less boring, let's say, and they didn't take me up on my offer.
I mean, I highly agree with you. Like at the same time, I tried to be reasonable. You know, I tried to be reasonable and tolerable and just try to look past certain things. But
right.
You know, when the same situation arises more than one time, it's really like enough writing on the wall. You know, get the fuck away. Stay the fuck away from this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, I know sometimes I could be a little overbearing. I could probably be an asshole sometimes to people, but there's definitely times where, like, you know, I will not judge people on just one situation. I will give people chances because people do deserve more than that, but sometimes you got to know where to draw a line too, and just notice where the flags are up, and it's just, you know, screaming in your face, like, get the fuck away from this person.
Well, you know, the thing that gets me is that they, you know, I wouldn't, you know, miss one of their streams, and then, you know, when they would have me on, I thought everything was cool, and then they get, you know, pissed off, you know, because, you know, somebody, you know, that's in our family was telling them, hey, you know, you're going to lose your monetization if you keep talking about certain things and this and that. And then she, you know, then they, you know, decided that just because I made a comment which wasn't derogatory, you know, both of us are banned and this and that. And then I get accused of trying to take over their channel. It's like, I didn't know the first thing about having a channel. So how the fuck was I taking something over, you know?
That's what I don't get either about that. Like, I mean, you just take one look at your channel, you can see how small your channel is, and there's nothing even like related to what she's doing. So, like, what the fuck?
Right.
There's nothing valid with what you're talking about right now. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't know. Some people are fucking shot out, man. I don't know. Just, whew.
So now, you know, they're it's gone to this whole thing where, you know, the looters basically showed, you know, how the stains really were and things like that. So, you know, overnight they went from being this big deal to like pieces of trash, you know, stuff.
Like the most hated people in the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Rose was like, "Do you have to let it linger?" with the queef sign. That's what I started laughing at when I saw it.
She had to get money out of that promoter too, and she gave it to Lawn Boy for his friend to get him out of jail or whatever the fuck it was, you know.
See, that's like another thing with her. Like, she has that kind of charisma about her. Like, she can get whatever she wants out of anybody, like in this movie with her character. And she almost has to do nothing to do it. I think every American citizen should be given an electric guitar on his 16th birthday. She's dead serious about the comment.
Yeah. But I mean, but really, you know, honestly, that's true because like one of my favorite bands was the Minutemen, and their guitar player and singer D Boone always said, there should be a rock band on every block. And then one of the best Texas punk bands, the Big Boys out of Austin, they always said, now go, you like us, but go start your own band. I totally believe that, that
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to present a guitar to anybody at any age. I know that.
Right.
But I feel like if you're going to present a guitar, you should present everything to somebody. Should be open to everything, pick what you want.
Yep.
Find out what floats your boat. Electric guitar though is interesting because it's not something that you could just pick up and learn it overnight. It really takes some, serious time and, investing into that. Like, I don't even really know how to play guitar. I can only play like, a few things for like a certain amount of time, and I just, I lose it right away. But, electric guitar, just any guitar really is just very difficult to figure out.
When people always ask me, do you play any instruments? I just always say, no, I just play with myself.
Change the conversation and the topic right away. Yeah, dude's got an awesome shirt with all those revolvers on his fucking shirt. But overall, with like sitting here and watching this tonight, like I think really like the one thing that just stands out is how well these young actors are acting in their performances.
Oh yeah,
very straightforward and serious. Like it's almost like like this is nothing for them. Like they've done this a million times. Just riding up on that little moped right now.
Yeah, and one of the girls has a guitar and stuff. So.
Yeah, talking about being influenced. Hey, that was a waste of time. That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
I also like that she's very like forward and like serious about not putting out throughout the movie. And we don't put out, like it's a big message for her. But overall, like seeing this for the first time, man, it's pretty cool to see this. So I enjoyed watching this. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, really.
So here's like this MTV type video, where they've got rid of the skunk look and they're just trying to be themselves, doing the.
They're adapting, is what they're doing.
Yeah.
I still got, I gotta say though, like Laura Dern's kind of like just like odd to see her in a movie like this. I don't know. I never would have thought that Laura Dern was in a punk rock movie.
And then the girl that's playing Diane Lane's sister, she looks like she's just stoned out of her mind half the time,
Yeah, she definitely looks like she needs to be directed back to a mental asylum or something. Look at like a lost patient right now. The queef in the sky keeps on turning.
And it's funny, there's singles on Red Stripe Records,
Yeah, why not, man? Red Stripe Records. It's a pretty fun movie, though. The fucking 80s, right? A lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, that's the end of that one, man. That was pretty cool to see, though. Really was. All right, Jason, Ginger Ninja. Thanks for hanging out, man. Take care, bro.
See you later, Jason.
Oh, I don't know where I'll queef tomorrow.
Thanks, Russell. You're always too kind.
Dirty queefs, done dirt queef.
Highway to queef, you know.
Oh man, there's no way of getting around that shit, man. It's too funny. Really, I don't care.
You know, I'm responsible for the gooch. I'm not responsible for the queef. So, you know.
Okay. Fair enough, but we'll be streaming again on my channel on Friday. That's when my StreamYard time rolls over again, so we'll be watching Silence of the Lambs. I believe P. Rich is doing Mallrats on Friday, so yeah, there's plenty of options out there. But we'll also be watching Seven on Sunday at the usual time at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, we still have some other things going here for the month, and what's next up on your channel, Tex?
If I have time, you know, I think I'm going to do Times Square. That's going to be the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. With Tim Curry's and that, and
now, I did schedule a top 5 slasher stream for the end of the month on the 31st, but
okay.
If Juno's not ready or like able to come back at that time, then we'll probably have to push that back to next month. But we'll see how that plays out. So
I've got on the 28th. I've got Gizmo stream, and I know that we're doing the Kill Bill that night, so it's going to be starting a couple hours early or something. So I may have to talk to Gizmo and tell him that I gotta breeze through my movies and and all that, and then jump off so I can get on the thing, or I may be a little late or something like that. But I'll try to. Because Dirk was wanting, he's had it planned for a long time to do like a versus stream for Zombie versus Dawn of the Dead, and I'm supposed to be a part of that, but I don't think he's got everything together. But that's the day he was shooting for, but he was shooting for it about 1 p.m. But I didn't know you were going to go early on the Kill Bill, which is fine with me. I don't, that doesn't bother me. But I mean, it's gonna just be.
Still push that back. I can I know that's scheduled for like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I can push that back to like 9 o'clock, or I might even be able to. I might be able to push it back to 10. It's just gonna end later, which is not really an issue. Like I only bumped that up because that is gonna be like a 4.5 hour stream.
I know. No, I figured
that's the reason why I bumped up the time on it, but I can push that time back. It's I can be flexible with that, so we'll get that figured out. I'll make sure that doesn't run into each other really. So just I don't know, just keep me aware and updated on that, I guess, and
yeah,
I'll see about adjusting the time for that. It's not really an issue. I just overall I just bumped it up because I was like, shit, that's gonna be like a 4.5 hour stream. Might want to get that one started a little bit earlier.
Right.
But yeah, I'm okay with that though. It's no big deal. I can be flexible with that. But yeah, other than that though, it's good to see there's things coming up in the pipeline for both of us really. And on Friday too, we're gonna have a guest on the channel. I know Juno won't be able to join us, so we'll probably do a review discussion for Silence of the Lambs at a later time with Juno, but we're gonna have Alex over from Movie Odyssey TV. So yeah, we'll have someone joining us on Friday. As of now, we'll see how all that plays out and everything. But yeah, other than that, everything's all good, man. Definitely had a good time with this tonight.
I'm glad you did, because I was like, man, I know he hasn't seen this, and sometimes going into these things blind, it's like, oh shit. But
I don't mind going into, like, at this point I'm like used to it, but like, sometimes when I go in, I'm like, I'm not gonna have much to talk about because I don't know the movie. Like, that's my only issue with that. I don't mind doing a first time watch for a watch party. It's just hard to talk about a movie I'm not familiar with. That's all. That's the only thing that kind of makes me like a little weary on that sometimes, but I'm getting a little more used to that.
Right.
You guys are flexible like a yoga instructor.
Yoga instructor.
Flexible like a fucking 80s leg warmer or something like that.
You ever have like, somebody that pisses you off so much, and then you say something to them, and then they go, well, I never, and you go, yeah, you do.
You find a way to cut them off in that moment, or just to be like, anyone who starts a fucking sentence with "I never," But yeah, if Juno doesn't join us for Alien 3, I think that'll probably be you, me, Larry, and Don. But I might have P. Rich with us too. So if Juno doesn't join us for that, I'll probably have P. Rich, Hatchet Boys join us for that, because he did mention something about that, about joining us for Alien 3. So we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks with that. Long legs warmers. What if they did make leg warmers for long legs?
I don't know. I don't know who still hasn't seen it besides you, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I will say something. Dale Cobble. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Yeah. And then, everybody can just figure that out.
All right. Sounds good enough.
But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and shut this down so I can see, what's happening, and around the globe as we speak. And but it was very, very enjoyable. I'm glad that the family was here to hang out with us and stuff. Once again, I'm Kenny Rogers, and Sean is Sean, and
yeah, it looks like we still have 12 people here in the chat for now.
Yeah.
But the usuals are always here, but we definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us like this. For 2 hours or so. It's always fun
because we just go on our little tangents and different things, but it's all all good, because
you got some kick-ass shit. 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 You got some kick-ass shit.
Sure could go for some peanut butter cups or some cupcakes right about now, because I'm born in the USA.
Oh shit! Wait, you just said the magic word. You said cupcakes. So there you go, brother.
Ah, there they are, the good old PA tasty cakes.
Yeah. When I ordered my groceries and I saw those, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a thing of those because we had talked about those and stuff and everything,
Yeah, it's you know what I noticed? Like people that don't live in PA, they go crazy over tasty cakes, and I guess because they're always available to me, they're kind of just whatever. Like people will be like, "Oh my God, I love tasty cakes, man! Like, can you send me some and shit like that?" It's just like, dude, they're just fucking cakes. Relax, man.
They're not bad though, So
Yeah, they're definitely good. It's just nothing to get all like, "Oh my God, it's fucking amazing, man!"
Where's my hostess, you fucking bitch?
Oh, yeah, queefy cakes. There you go. So, yeah, I guess we'll see you all in the next one on Friday or Sunday. So for Silence of the Lambs or 7. So we got crime dramas lined up.
Silence of the Lambs or Silence of the Lamb, whichever one you decide that you want to partake in.
Silence of the Lamb chops, stir fried, whatever, with a nice Chianti.
No.
Some fava beans.
But anyway, thanks again for everybody coming out as usual, because we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't all for you that come in and enjoy the films with us, and all that good stuff. And so anyway, there's this guy, and good night, y'all.